All right. So lights went out last stream. That's why I just kind of ended so abruptly. But now we should be good in theory. I think. Hopefully. So yeah. Well, obviously, because the lights went out, I lost some progress, but not too much actually. Ah shit, wait. Sorry, again, like I said last stream, I don't wanna swear, you know, well, too much. I mean, if it happens, it happens, you know, but I don't wanna swear too much. Yeah, anyway. We good? No. So working out? Okay, now, there we go. That's me. My avatar. Anyway, Koloko Mugen here. Somehow I completely forgot to say that last stream. But whatever. Koloko Mugen. Mugen. Just call me Mugen. Whatever. Or Koloko. I don't know. I don't care. Just go with whatever you want. As you can see, we lost a little bit of progress, but not too much actually. Not too much. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I'm just gonna continue with what I was doing. Second. There we go. Alright. Let's get to it. Hopefully lights don't go out this time again. Just in case. Oh, forgot to loop the song. There we go. Well, I'm gonna be saving the whole time because I kind of forgot about that. You know, that one rule: always save. Always save. Thankfully, you know, I got some back because thanks to the restore feature. This completely unknown drawing software I'm using. Anyway, enough chatting. Well, enough. Whatever. I don't care. Enough. Whatever I was doing. But yeah, okay, I think I was talking a bit too much about VTubers and too little about, you know, what I'm drawing. So this time I'm actually gonna dedicate more time to that. So, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, if you happen to be like me and you kind of ship these two, well, let's just say, you know, in case you haven't seen episode 5 yet, well, it definitely doesn't. You're gonna like it. I'm just gonna say that you're probably gonna like the episode. Now, if you don't really care for Nokotan, well, or specifically for these two's relationship, then, and I don't mean that, like, again, I'm not delusional. I know these two are just friends, all right? I cannot express this enough because a lot of people have given shippers such a bad reputation, and people think that they just assume that everybody who's a shipper is like actually delusional and thinks, you know, like, oh, two characters are the favorite couple. Not the favorite, well, obviously, yeah, but like, are the perfect couple, or, bro, sounds so weird talking about it like this, but whatever. Yeah, people just like kind of assume the worst out of shippers, like we're actually the Lulu, and okay, maybe a little bit actually, but not to the extent many people assume we are. You're just kind of referring to the ones that go into extremes and, you know, actually think that, you know, their ship is true, or like it's actually gonna, like it isn't actually a ship, because, you know, a ship by definition is not a true relationship. You know, if a ship becomes quote unquote canon, it isn't a ship anymore. It's just a relationship in the show. So because you ship, because, you know, a person who is shipping two characters, shouldn't believe that their ship is actually true, because if they do, then they're actually kind of going directly against the whole definition of what they're doing, and they're not actually shipping, they're just being delusional. There's a difference. Definitely a difference between the two. But yeah, again, man, I really gotta explain myself here, huh? Before I talk about this, just so you don't get the wrong idea. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, I ship these two. They're cute. Not the most original dynamic ever. Again, like I said last stream, we've seen dynamics like this before many times in media. However, the execution, I know the show is literally just starting. We only are 5 episodes in, and I haven't read the manga. Will I read the manga? Well, it really depends. If a year happens, if a year goes by, and we haven't heard anything about the show, about like getting a season 2, if a year happens and we don't get a confirmation, then yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and actually read the manga. It's gonna be sad though, because I really like the way they're handling the show in the anime. Like really well executed, and also like if you've seen images from the manga, I haven't read it necessarily, but I have seen images from it, and first of all, the deer aren't actually in 3D. Well, obviously, no duh, but they're not even realistic. Like that whole joke about the deer looking somewhat terrifying, or somewhat not terrifying, somewhat uncanny or whatever. That whole joke is 100% anime only. In the anime, in the manga, they just look like, they have a really kind of cute design, which actually is very similar to Nokotan's design, which makes a lot of sense actually if you think about it. So in a way, they're kind of going against the source material, and I could see some people who actually liked the manga before maybe having a problem with that. However, for the sake of comedy, I definitely like what they did. I definitely like it. Again, I might be biased because I watched the anime first, and also because I just find the absurdist humor funny. But I don't know, I just think it's great. It makes the comedy of the show 1,000 times better suddenly, just to make the deer be kind of realistic and kind of uncanny, and well, in 3D. Like, it just looks ridiculous. It just looks like a meme, it just literally just looks like a meme, that typical meme of just like a rotating 3D head or something. Like, it's literally that. We literally had that in an episode. It's literally a okay, sorry for saying literally all the time. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. I'm not gonna say it again. I was about to say it again for a joke, but I'm actually kind of, it's annoying, alright? I don't like saying it. It just happens. I'm too used to saying it, but now that I kind of become aware of it again, I'm gonna try my hardest not to repeat it. But anyway, where was I? Man, sorry. Again, distracted. Yeah, anyway, the deer, I like what they did with the deer in the anime. that's the whole point of what I was trying to say. I like what they did with the anime. So sorry for that. That was snot. God, gross. If a year happens, if a year goes by, and we don't get any confirmation or anything really about the show coming back for season 2, or hell, I mean, I don't know why they would, but a movie, although that wouldn't make much sense, although, dude, that would be sick. Imagine imagine a movie. Like, why would they make a movie out of it? I feel like that would be perfect though. Like, let's be real. Like they could have made a movie about, you know, many other more serious shows that came out this season or just any other year. But no, they decide to make a whole movie, sorry, again, swearing, whatever. A whole ass movie. Yeah, I mean, it's just ass. A whole ass movie about deer. Like, wouldn't that be peak? I mean, the show is already peak, but imagine that. Imagine going to the theaters to see peak. Anyway, though, jokes aside, okay, yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and keep repeating what everybody and their mother have said about the show, though. Like I said, I'm actually watching the show. I'm not just kind of in the bandwagon of hype around it. All right, I just like it. I ironically like the show, and I do think it's funny. Not for everybody, obviously. But if you like this kind of absurd, but not extremely absurd humor, what I mean by that is, you know, strangely enough, the show is actually a lot more simple. Well, I mean, yeah, simple. But it's also just a lot more normal once you obviously remove the, well, not the memes, but, you know, just everything. If you remove the funny parts, it's a really regular kind of high school, you know, anime, like a slice of life anime. You know, nothing actually weird actually happens. Most of the weird stuff that happens, well, it's really just, well, okay, no, actually I say that, but I mean, then we remember episode 1, and in episode 1, well, okay, and in episode 5, you know, not to spoil in case you haven't seen it, but, you know, stuff happens, and not just, you know, like I said, I know, you know, if you're a shipper of these two, you're gonna like it, and which is very true. However, I also think that, you know, it's just, if you're expecting the show to be a little wilder and less normal, next episode is a good one, because it is a little different. It isn't exactly the usual, you know. It isn't the usual. It isn't like episode 4 or like episode 3. It's a bit more out there. Not entirely though. Yeah, the first half of the episode is a lot more out there, and also, weirdly enough, it's also, you know, the part that I like the most. Weirdly enough, I say, but I mean, you know, this part is the part that has the shippy stuff from these two. So yeah, if you haven't seen it and you somehow share with me the ship, if you're a shipper, if you're a delusional, but not really, again, like, that's just a joke. I'm not actually delusional, I swear. If you're like me and you ship them somehow, kind of, or you just like their interactions, it doesn't have to be about shipping, you know. If you just like these two's interactions, and also if you just kind of like characterization too, next episode, and well, specifically the first half, really focuses on these two, because the last few episodes haven't, you know, and it has been a lot more about introducing, you know, obviously the rest of the girls, the rest of the cast. But episode 5 is, I gotta say, episode 5 is my favorite, mostly for the first half. Not to say that I don't like the second half, I like it. And honestly, what happened in the second half is what I was expecting to happen. But then I got the first half, which was a pleasant surprise, real pleasant surprise. And it was, again, I was like, man, I was geeking out of my mind, because I was like, man, no way. Like, I already shipped these two, but episode 5, like, I already shipped them, kind of, but episode 5 really cemented that I shipped these two. Man, I am, okay, I have to say, I guess I am a little delulu for these two. What? Oh my Lord. Could you see that in stream? Okay, I'm checking, because I turned off the tablet for a second without meaning to. I just kind of clicked it by accident. Oh no, it seems like you didn't see it. Okay, great, okay, so it's fine, we're good then. I turned off the tablet, but okay, but it didn't matter. That's good. Great. Yeah. Where was I? Well, I don't know. I was talking about these two. These two are cute, and if you like these two's interactions, even if you're not a shipper of them, you're gonna like episode 5. Also, if you like, yeah, again, you know, not to spoil too much, but yeah, if you like Neko Yamada, you know, from episode 4, is it? Yeah, from episode 4. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean with the latter half being what I expected from this episode originally, because I didn't watch. I don't know if there was a preview for this episode, but if there was, I didn't watch it, and so I was kind of expecting the episode to just be, well, about Neko Yamada. And well, the latter half is, but the first half was about these two, and that's why episode 5 is my favorite. I love episode 5 now. Again, I have, you know, and I like Neko. Don't get me wrong, I like the smug but stupid Neko girl, Loli. I do. However, I like these two more, which is good. I mean, they're the main characters, so that's great. But yeah, if you like Neko, then you're probably also kinda gonna like this episode, at least somewhat. Even though, you know, if you don't like these two for some reason, I mean, if you don't like these two, I don't even know why you're watching the show to begin with. But if you are somehow in that area of not liking Nokotan or not liking Koshi or liking neither of them, but you're still watching it, well, but you like Neko, well, you have the last half, the second half of the episode for, and you'll get your Neko. I have to say though, and that was a way more standard, and that's what I mean. You know, like the second half of the episode was, well, actually, what happens in both episodes was the kind of episodes that you would see in other shows. Like, for example, oh man, I kind of want to spoil it now, but I also don't want to, because I know that there might be some people who still haven't watched it. And then again, nobody's watching my stream, and I feel like if there ever comes a time when somebody actually watches the stream, it will probably be when that person already watched not only episode 5 but probably episode 12, you know, probably. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna, oh, you know, not to undermine myself, but downplay, you know, my possible growth. Man, I haven't progressed at all, huh? Not to undermine my growth in YouTube, but I mean, I literally just started. I know I said I want to say literally again, but that one at the very least made sense to me, so I'm not angry about it. Not too much, at least. Not too annoyed. There we go. Bam, bam. But yeah, anyway. What else should I talk about? Well, okay. So, again, I don't want to watch too much manga images because I don't want to spoil myself too much. You know, I don't really want to spoil myself at all. I just want to see how everything progresses naturally, and I see progresses because, well, yeah, I mean, from episode 1 to episode 5, you could say that there has been a lot of progression, actually. Progression for what? Well, introducing the characters. See, that's the thing, and also these two's relationship. But I mean, yeah, not like a plot. There's not a plot for now. Not that I have a problem with it. I don't actually. I know. I didn't come in expecting it to be like, shoot, I don't know, the next Naruto. No, I didn't. So I'm not expecting it to be. However, if it somehow does get a complicated lore at some point, that would be awesome. I don't think it will, although that would be kind of dope. I will agree. I have to say. But yeah, regardless, I can already tell you this show is one of my favorites. Now, that might be because it's been a while since the last time I saw any show. Maybe. That might be the actual reason. But I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't watch anime that often, I'll admit. You know, especially since I got into VTubers, I don't watch anime that often anymore. In fact, the last anime I ever watched before, well, this one, of course, was Chainsaw Man. Really good. And I also hadn't read the manga, so also completely blind. Really good. That show is amazing. Now, which one do I like best? Do I like Chainsaw Man more than this one? Well, many people would say, oh, no shit, you know. However, in my case, it's not as easy as just say, oh, yeah, I mean, obviously Chainsaw Man because it's better. But see, not necessarily. I mean, see, in what way is it better? Well, animation-wise, maybe. Sure, I could see that the show is better animation-wise than like Chainsaw Man is better animation-wise than Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan. Sure. But okay, story-wise, well, see, the thing is, one actually has a plot, the other one doesn't. So again, to make that kind of comparison would be kind of just unfair and stupid too. So yeah, it doesn't really make much sense to compare two shows that are just completely different. Both have comedy. I mean, I guess in that way. I mean, I guess what you could compare is the comedy, maybe. And I mean, if we're gonna be talking about that, well, then yeah, I would actually say that Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan beats Chainsaw Man in my opinion. I do think it's better, comedy-wise. I bet some people would even disagree about that with me, which is fine. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm not saying that the comedy in Chainsaw Man was bad. Hell no, it was pretty good. However, obviously that wasn't the focus necessarily. That was, well, actually no. I mean, like, well, no, it wasn't. All right, it wasn't. However, it has a lot of comedy. And that comedy is also really good. Again, don't get me wrong. The comedy is really good in Chainsaw Man. I just like the absurdist, weird, uncanny humor that the show has way more. That's just my taste. But again, it's kind of unfair to compare shows that are so different. Now, which one is better at what it does? That is a better question. Because obviously you can't say that it's better with one. Obviously Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan has a better chance at being better at comedy, being better because it's a comedy. Now, again, like I said, many people would argue that despite being a comedy, it's not funny. Yeah, I know. I know some people, whenever a show is popular enough, there's always bound to be a lot of people, for some reason, angry about a show that in their eyes is apparently not funny, when that's not actually what they really think. What they think is, oh, well, it's not the next Nichijou, and therefore it's garbage. It doesn't deserve the hype. Well, I don't know, that's a you thing, buddy. It's not the next Nichijou, and it never tried to be the next Nichijou, and that's the thing. Just because people said that doesn't mean that it actually was. And that, I mean also, if you would argue that's what you mean, oh, that's what you mean by the hype, like it doesn't deserve that hype, then yeah, I would agree there. I agree. The show doesn't deserve the hype of being called the next Nichijou. I agree, because it isn't. It really isn't. It isn't the next Nichijou. And just because it's a comedy and it has some absurdist humor doesn't mean it is. And they never tried to. Like it's different type of comedy even there. Even like Nichijou and this show are also different. They're also ridiculous, but also different. But at the very least, you could argue that since both are comedies, it's at least a lot more fair to actually compare their comedy. In which case, then sure, yeah, it's not the next Nichijou, and Nichijou is way funnier. Well, I will admit, it's been a while since the last time I watched Nichijou. However, I'm just gonna assume, I'm just gonna assume that it is better. Because, I remember it being really, really, really funny. Again, in a different way than this show. But regardless, if Nichijou is better, who cares? Like, what's the big deal? So it is. All right, good. Now we can move on. Let me move on and watch and enjoy the show. Right? Like, I don't see what's a big deal. Like, sure, maybe it's better. All right. Maybe this show is worse than Nichijou. But what if I like this show more than Nichijou, huh? Regardless, even if it isn't as funny. And I'm not saying this to be a contrarian. I'm saying it because I just think I like this show a bit more. I don't know. Now, again, like I literally said, it's been a while since the last time I saw Nichijou. Anything Nichijou, actually. So that might be one of the reasons as to why I can easily say that I could say that I like this show more than Nichijou. But maybe if I rewatched Nichijou, I would say, okay, no, never mind. I like Nichijou better still. Sure. But for now, since I'm not really planning on rewatching Nichijou, well, I'm just gonna stick with, well, I like this one. I like Shikanoko Nokonoko Koshitantan better. I'm not saying it's better, I'm saying I like it better. Different thing. Okay. How do I do this? I know her eyes are different from Koshitan's. Hers are a lot more rounded, and that's why I drew them this way. There we go. That, done like that. Nice. All right. There. Okay, so we've been at it for half an hour, and the last stream was also half an hour. So we're already. So I've technically already streamed. Technically, now with the freaking technically. I already streamed for an hour, but you know, I think I'd be happy to stream like, I don't know, at least 20 minutes more, or maybe more. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. Now, this part. Let's see. Let's see. How does that look? Well, I have to. For this, I would have to see the eyes completely drawn before I can say anything. Something like that, right? Yeah, sure. Well, there's more like that, I guess. Yeah. Sure. Sure, let's just stick with that. Alright. Anyway. Bam. Now let's look at her face. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like her. I'm gonna be real with you. Even I can tell that, you know, this is definitely it definitely doesn't look like Shikanoko, but hey, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe once I add that, once I add the antlers, maybe it will actually look more like her. Maybe. We'll see. Also, okay, looking at it like this, I think I could make the eye a little. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Definitely. Or, you know, maybe I could just stick with how they drew it in the anime. Maybe not even try to innovate. Just like this and then like this. Or, wow. Maybe it would have to be like, and then like this. Yeah, why not? Why not? Wait. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can stick with that. Yeah. Sure. All right. Should I go with the hair next, or should I go for the antlers? Wait, am I calling them right? Are they antlers or are they? Wait. Yeah, I think that's correct, right? Antlers. I think so. Anyway. Like I was, I don't know what I was doing, but yeah. Like I said, this is more than anything just okay, now here's a hard, kind of hard part. Let me look at it again. It's a bit more triangular than how I drew them. Well, it really depends, you know. In some shots, they look a bit more like this, and in some others, they look like this. You know, her antlers are a bit inconsistent. I'll have to say. Well, not just her antlers. I mean, honestly, the style kind of shifts slightly, a little, not too much, but I can tell, like it shifts a little bit in the show, and I have a problem with that, though. To be honest. I like the small differences, and I'm used to that from watching so much DBZ and Super. Yeah, especially from, well, I was gonna say especially from Super, but honestly, DBZ even worse. I mean, like, you know, like, dude, like the amount of styles that DBZ has. You know, people say, "Oh man, if Super had DBZ style," but you know, well, what DBZ style are you referring to, my guy? Because Super has already some of them, actually. Well, okay, let's I mean, it's not terrible, like, yes, but it could be better. I don't know. Not too good at drawing angles in angle, like 3D. In 3D. Alright, bam. Let's check again. Yeah, like that. Like this. Yeah, I guess I also like saying that a lot. I like this, and I guess too. Yeah, I like saying I guess too much, maybe a bit too much. All right, I think we're finally done with hair. Now I can continue this one in Koshitans. Wait, no. Want it to look just right. No. That does not look just right. Neither does that. I will eventually get it. That's... no. Better. But could be better. Maybe could get rid of this part. Okay, let's... sure. That looks better. Good enough. I mean, again, like I said, this is just like a blueprint for the actual drawing. That's gonna come later. Yeah, this is somewhat spicy, but not too spicy. I mean, more than anything, it's just an implication. But nothing actually, you know, like, sure, it's true that Nokotan is like directly after her, you know, like really sticking to her. But, and Koshi is like blushing and all that, but in reality, nothing is really happening. I mean, she really is just kind of hugging her and pointing at her. Nothing actually weird. There we go. Sure. All right. Let's continue the hair strands, or however they are called. I really hope you like this background music I chose. I spent a bit like an hour looking through like the copyright-free musics, BGMs from Nova. Is it Nova? Yeah. And I found this one. I kind of liked it. It's chill, but not extremely chill. And it's also not the generic lo-fi. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is. Not to throw any shade at it. I mean, I'm just saying. Man, I hope you like it. You person in the future who finds the stream. I liked it, or at least I liked it enough to actually use it. You know. Yeah. Wait a second. Yeah, maybe I should do it like that, actually. Yeah, that's better. Alright, that makes more sense. Alright. In the future, well, I plan on making, gaming streams or just talking streams in general, but also more of these kind of streams, just chilling and drawing characters or, well, whatever I want to draw. But in general, I do only draw, mostly just draw characters. You know, every now and then I do kind of feel a bit more artsy, more like, your subrealism kind of stuff, just stuff that comes to mind, nothing specific. Every now and then I feel like drawing that kind of stuff. I feel deep sometimes, but only sometimes. So for the most part, I'm just gonna draw anime characters. I mean, I know that, I'm not exactly the greatest at drawing anime characters. Well, just not the greatest artist ever, all time, or anything like that. But, I mean, I manage. I can do stuff. I do think I'm gonna stop the stream soon, though, because I've been going at it for a while. Because it's been 45 minutes and also like half an hour in the last stream. I don't know how much that is, but I don't care. More than an hour is what's important to know. I've been streaming for more than an hour. And I do actually kind of want to continue drawing. However, you know, I don't live alone here. So, yeah. If I did, maybe it would be a lot more comfortable to just stream however long I wanted. But since that isn't the case, well, it isn't that comfortable to just stream all I want. So yeah, still gonna try to advance the most of I can, you know. So that next stream we can, at the very least, finish this blueprint, and then the next stream after that, hopefully we'll, well, probably not finish, but we'll start the final version of this drawing. By that time, I don't know, will probably be an episode. Well, actually, I don't know how often I'm gonna stream. I mean, look, I'm gonna try to stream as often as I can, because I know that's good. Like, and also, I mean, this is kind of fun, I have to say. You know, not feeling forced to like being super entertaining the whole time is pretty good too. Oh god, yes, hello phone. Yeah, it's good too. What was I saying again? Oh my lord. Okay, well now I'm just kind of drawing no, not Koshi, yeah, Nokotan, in the same layer. Whatever, bro, whatever. Alright. Or, well, maybe let's not. Or let's just alternate between the two. Like weirdos. Like the weirdos we are. Nope, I don't like how to do that.